Here we go now.
Well, supposedly we're live. I don't know. We're having an awful lot of issues tonight with various streaming stuff. Yeah. So, shoot. Why am I hearing everybody in the background? Ah! Hold on just a second, guys. There it is. Okay. Yeah, so we should be live now, hopefully. So we're back for our last episode, I believe, of Pirate Borg before we have a new game taking over by Joe there, which we'll play probably next, 2 weeks from now. 2 weeks from now. But in the last
Yeah.
game that we played, you guys had gotten back to town sort of successfully. You found out where you found out where the daughter was, and she didn't want to come back. She did task you to go and get her art supplies. And now her father, who kind of rules this little pirate town here, has told you, well, if she doesn't want to come back, but you think that the Baron is a good match for her, why don't you go and arrange my daughter's hand in marriage and get me a good dowry while you're at it? Yeah. So that's pretty much what happened. You're going to sell off his daughter into marriage, get a good price for it. Yeah,
Everybody's happy.
Yes. So we let you guys level up last time, and now you're off. Actually, the question is, do you want to leave so that you arrive there at night, or do you want to enjoy the party because you kind of are at a masquerade ball right now after after the talking to with the father? You can enjoy your night, sleep it off, get a good night's sleep, and start off tomorrow. Or you can just head back out tonight.
It's dangerous to travel at night, right?
It is very dangerous to travel at night. Yes.
Yeah, I'd say enjoy the party.
Yeah. He didn't say immediately go and
Right.
sell off his
And
daughter.
we don't want to be rude. Like, we don't want to be the people that like make his party somehow look less great because people are leaving. No.
Oh yeah, 'cause that's bad.
Right.
Bad manners.
Okay. So
Show up
let
and turn
us-
around and leave. Like somebody
Let us go
farted in the
over-
place.
Our cast. Jeremy, who are you playing, and what are you dressed as right now, or how are you dressed right now during this masquerade ball?
Oh, yeah. So Rogers is a very disheveled zealot. He's got a hook hand. He probably basically has like a mask attached to the end of his hook that he like holds up in front of his face. But for the most part, he looks pretty shabby.
Okay. And your character's name is Rogers or
Mhm.
Roger.
Yep, Rogers.
Okay. Juan, as played by the head kobold here. Chuck, tell us about your character and how they are dressed during this ball. You are muted. Can you speak, Chuck? Can you hear us, Chuck?
We cannot hear you.
We cannot hear you, Chuck.
Chuck is dead.
We will come back to Chuck as he works out his microphone problems. Going to Jake. Tell us how, Robert is dressed?
Roberts is dressed like a scurvy-ridden pirate in a cheap Zorro mask. Because he is a scurvy-ridden pirate in a cheap Zorro mask.
Okay, that works. And Joe, who are you playing and how are they dressed?
I am playing Plankbeard, and he's dressed like a pirate, in this probably like a disheveled kind of deckhand kind of guy, not super fancy.
Okay, sounds good. And Daniel, tell us about Flint.
Yeah. I ended up buying like a party mask at one of the vendors, and unfortunately, that's about the extent of my costume. It's not very special than regular pirate.
But it is a costume.
It is a costume.
It allows you entry. And Eddie, tell us about Beck.
Beck's a little more flamboyant. Lots of colorful beads all over the place. Strings of necklaces made from shells, things like that. Long jacket that's very well worn, little shabby. Bright, deep crimson red bandana. And I also bought a mask from a vendor, but I also bought a tiny mask for my hawk, who is sitting on my shoulder wearing his own little mask.
Oh, that's right, the little vampire bird, right?
That's right.
No. I have a hawk,
I have
and
the
then
parrot.
separately Dan has the vampire
okay.
parrot.
Okay.
But I did buy a tiny mask for my hawk, so we match.
All right.
Amazing.
Let's see if Chuck has worked out
Am I-
issues. There we
Am
go.
I back?
Yes,
Okay.
you're back.
Yes.
Let's hear about Juan, and how is Juan dressed?
Yeah, Juan is dressed up like a pirate because he didn't bother getting a costume. But if it helps, he's dressed up like a pirate with fleas because Juan also has fleas. Juan is a priestly type and can cast a few spells.
Do your fleas have little masks?
Yeah, I did spring for the flea masks. Yeah.
All right. So the cream of the pirate nation are here, as well as the eminent figures of Father Wallace, the abbot, who is dressed as he's got this large wooden cross, and he's dragging it behind him, wearing a briar crown of thorns on his head. Not sure who he's supposed to be, and of course, the governor himself, Claude Barlett, is here. Claude is dressed as a harlequin, as a very gaudy clown, I guess, with the very bright and colorful outfit and the half domino mask. And a lot of other folks here that you have not really met yet, although you do hear Captain Davies is apparently about, and the big game of the night is trying to figure out who he is dressed at, as he is a master of the masquerade and is very good at hiding who he is. And people are betting amongst themselves who can. What the heck did just happen there? Okay, Alchemy, why did you just dump me into? Okay.
And Outgunned is a really fun game, but not what we're doing.
What the heck? Did I mention
Well.
the technical difficulties that we are having tonight?
It sounds familiar.
There we go.
Mm-hmm.
Back again. So there we go. So yeah, there we are. You don't know much of anyone else in here other than Father Wallace and Claude, the governor. But there are many folks dressed very finely with great costumes. And then there are folks like you who bought masks at the entrance just hoping to get in to get some good grub and good alcohol. There are a fair number of those.
Gotta try, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Even if it's just a little.
Yeah.
And I mean a little.
Okay.
Okay.
Did you guys want to do anything here tonight, or did you just want to cut scenes as you have a good night of drunken debauchery, eating very fine foods, and mingling with the...
I mean, that's basically what I'm here
Yeah.
for.
I mean, is anybody hurt?
Is anyone hurt? Not that you can really tell. All wearing costumes, etc. Some of the folks that just have the plain mask that a few of you bought at the entrance do have, bound wounds. You're not quite sure if it's part of the costume or not.
What about any fellow PCs?
Am I injured?
I'm down a little bit on health.
You
No, I'm full up.
you get some healing from resting, right? But
Yeah, you guys didn't have much of a rest, though. You basically came right over through the...
Right.
I mean, it was getting dark while you came through here, and you pretty much came directly to the ball, so there hasn't been a rest. Although there has been enough downtime, like the 10-minute downtime, where I believe you guys can get like a D4 is what it was.
That sounds right.
okay, I didn't know if we get the full rest, if I even need to bother with doing healing for folks.
Yeah, you don't get a full rest because you guys have not had 6 hours of downtime for sure. And
What I mean to say is, I don't know. Do you get fully healed when you full rest?
you do
If
not,
we
no.
okay, So the reason I'm asking that is I'll get spells back the next day. If anybody wants me to use a healing spell, I will.
I'm good.
I think I'm good.
I'm all right.
Well, I heard Joe Plankbeard's down a little bit, so I'll do Sanctuary anyways. And then anybody who is friendly within line of sight will get a D4 hit points back.
Nice.
Okay,
So
cool.
if there was anybody at the party who was hurt, they feel better now.
All right. I'll do a D4. 2.
It's better than nothing.
Almost back
so
to full.
you would have
Pretty short of
been
full.
able to grab a short rest, which is a D4 hit points back. You can have that back on top of what Jeremy just did. But you do not recover from a long rest or an overnight sleep. You've not had time for that.
I think I have full health.
And I don't believe anyone is infected, sick, or bleeding, or poisoned. So none of that comes into effect just yet.
Cool.
Okay. Just listening around as you guys, you have your choice of both wine and grog, rum, watered down rum, and bottles of wine that's circulating around. The wine is actually quite good, if a bit sweet. The rum, a little watered down, but there's a lot of it, of which the holy man is making lots of trips to the rum barrel as he drags his cross behind him.
Yeah. I'm going to go for quantity, and I'll just go for that grog. Yeah. Lots of it.
Everything tastes a little bit like blood to me, so I'll go for the grog too.
Oh, yeah.
I'll wait in line for the good stuff,
Oh, the bottles are just being handed out. So you grab a bottle. It's not the best when they give it to you, a whole bottle at the time. You know that it's not the good stuff. So everybody drinks and is merry. There is a house band playing, a lot of fiddles, a little bit of drum. Someone tries to sing a little, but it's quickly booed away. So it's just like background music, orchestral music.
Okay.
The betting odds right now on who is Captain Davies. By the way, you guys are employed by Captain Davies, so at least supposedly his crew kind of hired you on. So the bets are either the large silverback gorilla, the maid with the shapely legs and the very large clown makeup, or the shumbling refuse bin. Are the three top contenders as to who is Captain Davies.
I hope it's the clown.
I think he's trying to throw us off with those shapely legs.
I could see that.
I think the captain's got some gams, and it's just really showing him off tonight. So
the rumors are that Captain Davies keeps himself in very good shape and has been known to shave those gams.
Yeah.
Interesting. Not disinterested.
All right. Is there anything else you want to do? So talk around town is basically just on who's brought in what recently. A lot of talk of merchant vessels that people have been able to raid. What goods have been selling in certain ports, that sort of thing. Conversations that pirates have amongst one another.
Okay. You can't tell me what to do, Joe. I have no idea. I'm going to drink. I'm going to listen in on other jobs. Someone else do something too.
Oh, I can't just drink?
I mean, you
Certainly can just drink. It's all up to you.
I'll see if anybody's playing some cards, and I'll challenge them to a few hands.
No one's playing cards right now, but they are playing an interesting game where they seem to have cornered one of the staff, and they've taken several daggers to pin his clothing to the wall, and they're taking shots at throwing daggers to get as close as they can to the man's head, arms, and extremities without actually breaking the skin. A few folks
that's a
have
classic.
failed, as there are daggers sticking in his arms and his legs.
Oh, and he's fine with this?
No, he doesn't look like he's fine with this. He's terrified.
Oh.
I will probably move amongst the crowd, trying to be, entertaining and social, but I'm also pickpocketing.
Ooh, pickpocketing. Okay. Why don't you give me a roll for that?
Is that an agility or is that something else?
Yeah,
I
it's
have.
gonna be that, and you should have a
Okay.
particular skill for doing things.
Yeah,
like
I have
this.
burglar.
And what does burglar do for you?
Pickpocket, disarm an enemy, or disable a trap is -4 to DR.
Okay, so you only have to make a 10.
Wow.
Okay.
But
That's
if you
pretty impressive.
fail, certainly someone's going to know that you're trying to pickpocket. And just make one for the crowd as a whole as you move
Okay.
in and out, making charming banter, bantering here and there.
19 altogether.
Okay, I tell you what, roll me a d10.
An 8.
An 8. 8 gold worth of lifted jewelry, rings, and small coin purses.
Nice. I love this party. It's great.
Earrings that have gone missing, that sort of thing.
I'll wear these later.
Yeah, but masterfully moving through the crowd, no one noticing. A lot of folks are pretty inebriated anyway, so yeah. All right, so that's what you're doing, Eddie. Anyone else? Anyone else want a scene? Otherwise, we'll just move along here.
I'm good to move along.
Yeah, I don't really have any specific skills or anything to use in this setting, so...
Okay, so the night goes on with the betting odds being huge, and come late into the evening, as people have depleted the stocks of wine and the endless barrels of grog are, in fact, there is an end, and you've reached it.
Oh.
What? Now we start a riot.
The 3 contenders to who is the pirate captain are cornered, and it finds that none of them are in fact the captain, as the scullery man, who has been impaled several times on the wall, pulls himself off the wall and says, "Ha ha! It is I who is the captain."
We should have known.
It's intense. Okay.
You got us.
He committed to that bit. He fooled us.
He did.
Yes,
You want me to heal you a bit on that? That looks bad.
He pulls off the various daggers, cleans himself off, gives a bow as everyone gives him a round of applause. And no, he's fine, actually. His wounds seem to heal once the daggers are removed.
Okay.
Huh.
That's odd.
Yes, he pulls his lustrous black locks that he always has for his chin whiskers and pastes them back on. Puts on his uniform again, and people see the very familiar form of the captain.
How do I get to do that?
Well, you got to cut the beard off of your foe. You see these curly.
Well,
locks.
no, I mean like when when I'm stabbed and it just kind of undoes itself.
Yeah, oh, yeah, I've been blessed with a witch. You see.
Okay.
I don't have that.
Takes nothing more than gold, or perhaps a magic wand in my case. Laughs, grabs some grog. Grog's empty. He seems sad.
Poor guy.
No. If I've got any
Waited
leftover
too long.
grog, I'll just hand it over.
Okay.
Was magic wand his penis?
Hey, the
He-
bottom,
he-
half, bottom.
Yep. He gives you the wink and says, "You'd be surprised how many witches are just aching for it."
Bottom
They
half
really
of
get
a
that
mug
whole
is better
hag
than
thing
none.
wrong around here.
You know, we did meet a witch not too long ago.
Yeah, perhaps you'll get a curse cast upon you as well. Well, I hear I've got some new crew members I'm going to have to meet in the morning. So he finishes off the what little grog you have left, Daniel. And you are tossed a gold coin in appreciation and thanks for the little bit of grog that was left in there.
Hey, there's never a bad time to kiss ass.
As once again he takes his bow and walks out of the room. Okay, you guys, I suppose, get some sleep. In which case, you guys can all roll a d8 if you're down any hit
D8?
points.
Nice.
If you're down any hit points,
I'm full
I
up.
suppose you sleep through the afternoon. It's only 6 hours worth that you need to
It's
sleep.
currency by the tens, like a gold is 10 silver.
Yes, yeah.
Okay. I came out ahead.
Yeah. Late in the day, you were roused by the crew. It says, Captain wants a lineup, wants to meet his new crew members. And everybody is cleaning up the best they can, putting on their various naval suits, which, really it looks like rags for the most parts for some of them, although some have stylish hats. And your guys are kind of all pushed downstairs where there's a lineup as the captain goes, and you're not the only new crew members that he is inviting into his ship. As he goes through, he asks for what name you wish to be going by. If you have any outstanding warrants, got any constabulary after you in any particular continents, any particular nations that I ought to know about. You don't have to detail your crimes, but I gotta know where we can put port.
I'm one, and I'm not wanted by anyone.
That's a sad circumstance, my friend. Somebody should always be wanted by someone.
There's time.
I'm Flint, and I'm also lonely. No.
Cleanest bunch of scallywags I've met yet. How about yourself, holy man? As he goes in front of Rogers. I can smell it on you.
My name is Rogers. I'm wanted by many a demon for saving souls.
That might be a problem. Scribe, write that down.
Well, I'll keep your people alive, though.
How are you with undeath?
I'll try and prevent it.
And if you can't, if we have some crew members that go down, can you manage to bring them back up?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Within or without their personalities?
No, usually I can actually bring them back from dead whole. Got another friend here who does the opposite. So you kind of got one way or the other.
Scribe, write that down.
Yeah, he's the healer. I'm the reverse healer.
Reverse healer. So you make people dead.
Yeah,
Always a good skill.
with the good word.
Would any of those words be blasphemies? I
Most of them.
All right, yeah, that works. That checks out. Joey, rounds on you.
It's a
looking at
matter of
the
perspective, after all.
pieces of wood that are stuck in your beard. What you be, a carpenter?
Nope. I've just patched my beard together. I'm Plank Beard, and I don't have any outstanding warrants, just some normal ones.
Crimes against God and civility, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
All right,
The
good
standard.
enough, good enough. Yeah. All right. Scribe, write that down. And that brings us to you, fancy man.
My name's Beck. All of my warrants are always outstanding. Not really remembering where they all are, of course, but likely if I've been there, there's probably a warrant, because I have a tendency to walk away with anything that's not nailed down.
Yeah, then you
this
don't
is
leave
Bird.
the ship. Gotcha.
Bird is great.
All right, Bird can go off the ship. You stay on the ship. All right. Well, we've got 2 days. I've got cargo coming in. Once we're full up, we're going to make a little trip. I'm going to make some cash off the valuables I'm loaded down with. Might, of course, be attacked along the way. It's all part of the life. Welcome to the crew, folks. Here's your complimentary steins, and you're all given your wooden grog.
Very cool.
Yay!
If you live past the first journey, we'll even etch your name in them.
It'll be mine. Ooh.
All right.
How many names have been etched in the stein I
There's
was
4
handed?
names crossed off on yours.
Yeah, there we go. Lightly used.
Lightly used. Yeah. There you go. So he won't need anyone to board for 2 days. You've got 2 days to resolve this thing for the governor. if you wish.
Let's go do it.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you, well, this is late in the morning, early afternoon. You're going to head off now while there's plenty of light.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Let me go ahead and change our background here. Where is the castle?
And we were delivering the art kit. Is that
Yes,
what it
you
was?
have her art supplies.
Yeah.
That's not it. Skeleton point. That's what I want. All right, and there we go. You guys make it back. You know what to look out for this time. I'm not going to roll any random encounters. You're doing this in good enough sunlight and know what to avoid, so that's all good. You reach again the gates. The scorched skeletons that you left the last time. I believe somebody called down lightning and all of that. Are all been cleaned up. There's little piles of dust in the corners, and there's all new skeletons laying about.
Oh, good.
All new.
That's nice.
Who puts out the fresh skeletons, I wonder?
Someone who's thinking ahead, clearly.
Someone has standards.
This is true.
Want to make sure the place is always upkept and looks nice for guests.
Especially the unwanted ones.
Oh my, yes.
Yeah. Hey, it's the castle.
Ooh.
You
Have
know
fun.
your way around. At least you know where she was the last time. You can head directly there if you wish. Or there are other places that you hadn't finished exploring. Up to you.
We got the treasure out of the treasure vault, didn't we? Because that's
did.
where we got the parrot.
Yep.
I mean, I'd say we just head straight there to talk to her and give her her art.
Yeah. We only got ourselves 2 days, and might be best not to make this more difficult ourselves by being assholes.
Plus, we still got to talk about the marriage, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Planet it and whatnot.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, you head there. And again, she's in the same room. She is painting a view outside. And sitting there is kind of the ghostly form of, he's dressed in kind of Spanish conquistador armor. He's got his helmet off, ghostly form that was not here the last time. Looks pretty much like the Baron is not in a monstrous visage right now. He looks like a very handsome man in his late 20s. He is admiring the art that Veronique is putting out, just as she's like, darn, I'm sorry, my love, I'm all out of the blue for the sky. As you guys come into the room, the Baron comes off the bed quickly, going towards his scabbard, and she's like, no, my love, they're just returning my art supplies to me, aren't you?
Yep. We got them
Yes, of
from your
course,
house.
milady. We brought your art supplies. We tried to grab as much as we could from your father and bring it for you. Hopefully, this is to your liking. We'll kind of present it to her.
Oh, perfect. There's a few less here than I expected. Servants must be reprimanded, stealing my supplies. Oh, but here we go. Blue, just what I needed. Pulls out some pigment, and she starts painting again her sky.
Milady,
The Baron
we
kind
also
of gives
bring
a-
news. Oh, go ahead.
The Baron kind of gives a stiff bow to everyone. It says,
Oh, yeah.
Veronica,
Beck will definitely bow back.
Who are these servants bringing you your wares? She says, oh, I can't remember their names. They're very common. Introduce yourselves to the good Baron.
Hello, I'm Juan.
Flint.
Roberts.
Blankbeard.
You'll make very free with my castle.
Did
We
we?
apologize. We didn't want to intrude, but we did want to bring her back. She was very adamant she needed her paints as soon as possible.
Yeah, we were invited and paid. So sorry.
Also, like, she made it pretty clear how much she really appreciates you, and So we tried to put in the good word with her dad that she'd rather be with you than back there. And we was actually trying to facilitate maybe kind of like, you showing how stately and personable you are in this form. Maybe we could facilitate a way you could make an honest woman of her, so her old man could be at peace with her new man, you, and you know, be like a whole happy family on this island, sort of thing.
It would
And they
be
could
my
stop
heart's
sending
desire
people
to
to pester
marry Veronique, but until I can remember my past, until I can remove this curse, I am not enough of a man to marry this fine creature.
Ah, jeez, a curse. Why has it always got to be ghosts and curses?
Yes, I cannot remember my past. I barely remember the man that I am. My riches hidden across many islands which I cannot remember. The curse is yet easy and hard at the same time to be lifted. I must take to the oceans once more with a crew, but I'm stranded here with these motley crew at best. No true men to man my vessel.
Well,
As
if
he
it's
looks
a crew
outside
that you're
at
needing,
the ship that's impaled on the spire, slightly below you.
if it's a crew that you're needing, I mean, we're
We're
looking to
a
put back out to
crew.
sea ourselves.
I
How'd
need
you
men of
manage that?
strong heart to crew my vessel.
How'd you get it stuck up there?
It's part of the curse. A great battle between myself and another captain.
Ooh. Perhaps if we track down this other captain and maybe defeat him in honorable battle, we can somehow break your curse, maybe?
Yes, I must defeat him in honorable battle, but I cannot take flight with my ship until I have a crew. It is what keeps me here.
Are,
How big of
are
a
you?
crew?
Yeah. Are you talking about a crew that has a pulse?
Competent.
Okay.
Live or dead matters not, but competent. I have nothing but incompetent servants here.
What's the name of this captain? Do you know?
My enemy? I know not. I know that once I have a ship and a crew again, we will meet in one final battle, and then my memories will be restored.
How much would you be willing to pay us if we can help facilitate this?
I don't know. As I said, I have no idea how much treasures I have.
I mean, we're reasonably competent. We actually know a whole nother crew down at the port there, and I'm a big fan of romanticism and whatnot. I'd really like to see you be married to this girl.
As would I. I think it's a beautiful thing. You ought to be together.
When a ghost and an artisanal lady love each other very much, you ought to make a ship fly and go to battle to cure a curse. It's
All of those things, yeah.
Get that
Jesus.
ship mast back up.
That's right. Jesus said that, or Shakespeare.
Maybe both, in fact.
Maybe
One
both,
quoted the
yeah.
other.
I think it was both.
Right.
Well, you may
Well, I
have
mean,
all
if
the
Shakespeare
treasures
was to
within
quote
this
anyone,
castle.
Jesus is the one.
As
Right,
payment,
yeah.
and for the hand of my Veronique, I offer half of all my stolen goods. So I remember where they all are.
That's a hell of a dowry. I think that's quite stately, I believe. We're here to help facilitate however we can. So if we can make it happen for you two and add as much nobility to the ceremony as possible, that's what we're here to do,
like,
is to help.
Pinky's out sort of business.
Yeah.
Well, he gives you a key while you raided one treasure room that he's. There are others in the establishment. He tells you how to get to them, and he says, "If you can bring me a crew, we can leave this night. We'll do battle upon the ocean waves, and memories will be returned. We will destroy the captain that put this curse on me, and I will be
Well,
able
that
to
sounds like
marry
a-
my Veronique."
That sounds like a heck of a plan. I'm going to gather everybody around and be like, gents, here's what I'm thinking. All right. We grab everything we can. or at least, go see what there is to be had. We take that back and offer most of it back to the governor and say there may be more coming from all of the other, pots of gold or whatever. He said he'd share half. And then, maybe see if we can tempt away the crew and see if we can fly out of this place with something in our pockets and go on a grand adventure. What do you say?
Or we go talk to the captain and say, Captain, we've made a deal with a ghost pirate. And if we let him pirate our boat for a little bit and go fight another ghost captain, then...
Well, we don't know if the other captain's a ghost.
I mean, embellishing.
It could be
We can
on
leave it
that
there.
asking
because
to bring
see.
the crew here. He
Yeah,
didn't seem to
it
be
sounds like
asking
it's
for
his
a
ship.
Okay.
Yeah, I think he wants his ship.
So yeah, let's just go take a bunch of money out of the thing and then pay a bunch of people to come up here. And then after the battle's over, this guy's going to give us 50% of his treasure.
Well, it's going to give 50% of his treasure to is the betrothal price for Veronique.
The dowry to the governor.
Now
Yeah.
you are welcome to all the goods that are here in the castle.
Okay.
Ah, there we go. Yes. Okay. So
we
let's
got ours.
let's get that, and let's use a little bit of that to try and tempt away some crew to help us man the ship, eh?
Very little.
Governor will be happy. He'll get his in the end, but we can get the crew together. We can go and get even more of this stuff.
I wonder if we could just go talk to the governor and say, Governor, if you loan us 20 to 30 people to work on a ship,
Ooh,
once
you'd
it's
have to be
done,
competent. Yeah.
once it's done, he'll get that giant ass dowry payment.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's not
yeah.
a bad idea.
I gotta say though, if something was weird enough to be able to make his ship crash up there and turn him into what he is, we might want a real crew when we go to do this flying ghost ship battle.
That's true.
True.
Well, let's go.
Well, you
talk
guys are
to the
talking as you
captain.
go to the hidden vault that you missed the last time.
Yeah.
Using his keys,
Yeah.
you bypass the traps. His guards are, of course, not awake during the day, so it is easy enough to find the foot lockers that he's told you sent you to, and you've got one chest full of 500 gold pieces, one chest full of 500 silver pieces, and one chest that contains gems and what look like a couple of relics.
Holy
Ooh.
cow.
Okay, all right.
Let's check out those relics.
Just to look.
I'll go look.
Yeah.
Roll me a d20, Chuck.
Seven.
7. One of them is a jade die. It is a D20 with Roman numerals carved into it.
Oh. Okay.
You don't know what
Fancy,
it does.
fancy.
But it looks very important, very fancy. And if somebody else wants to pick up the other relic, go ahead and roll a D20. There are 2 relics in there. And
will look.
just a bunch of gemstones. If anybody wants to make me some kind of smarts check here, you can kind of figure out how much the gemstones are worth.
I rolled a 4.
You rolled a 4. It is a lantern.
All right.
It's very ornate. It has a candle, half black, half white inside. It looks like it has been used at some point, as some of the wax has melted and reformed. But yes, this is definitely something special here.
Ooh.
Well,
Try to make some sort of
Special-
appraisal of
special
these
sounds nice.
gemstones.
Okay, go ahead and give me a roll.
What kind of roll should I give for
It's
it?
going to be based on what is the stat for smarts?
Is it presents for smarts?
Yeah. Yep. Go ahead.
All right.
And what is your what did you do in a former life?
Quartermaster.
Okay. Yeah. Sure. You only need to make a 10 on this then, because you know the value of things as a quartermaster.
Well, cool. Well, with my perfect 0, my 1-0, which is kind of like a 10. I'll say, fellas, these gems are priceless. We could retire right now, and we'd never have to worry about a thing for the rest of our lives.
I mean, that does sound a lot easier than what we've got to do next.
Or you can spend a devil's luck and re-roll that. Up to you.
You know what? I think I will, just for fun.
Mm-hmm.
7.
Okay, still a fail. You're still thinking that is an incredible, vast amount of worth. Remember, it does behoove you to use all of your devil's luck because it regenerates once you are empty and get a chance to rest.
Yes. I've just used the last of it.
Mm-hmm. Eddie, yours works differently. You've got to draw a card whenever you use your devil's luck.
Ah, okay. Gotcha.
But still the same thing. You have to be empty before you can regain any. Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's a fair amount of coin. And who knows how much the gems are worth, although Roberts is drooling over them, probably pocketing as much as he can fist into containers that he has about himself.
Oh, my, yes.
That's fine. Okay.
All right, then.
Let's go talk to the captain about
We
borrowing.
need to talk to the governor first. Let's talk to the governor first. Let him know that we've brokered the deal. Then we can go talk to the governor or talk to the captain.
Okay. The governor is still sleeping off a headache, but as it is concerning his daughter, he sees you in his bedroom where he is laying with a warm cloth over his eyes to keep the sun out and a vomit bucket near him.
Ooh.
Half of all of his riches, you say? Well, that's a good dowry. How much is that?
Well,
Yeah.
judging by what he had in his, judging by what it seemed like he may have stashed in his castle, which we wouldn't know anything about, right, fellas? He probably has quite a bit, sir. I'm going out on a limb and guessing that you could probably build another castle for what he's offering you.
That sounds like a lot.
Mm-hmm.
A fantastic lot. Very good, very good. We've made a deal, a very good deal for the hand of my daughter. You do say she does, in fact, love him, right? I mean, I wouldn't want to sell off
very
my
much.
daughter for vast treasures if she didn't actually love him. I mean, I would want
She
at
is
least
quite
twice that.
smitten with him. She's quite
Yep.
smitten with him, sir. And honestly, I'm a little bit surprised. We learned a little bit more while we were there. It sounds like he's wanting to be an honest man, honestly, and I mean that in the oddest way possible. He's trying to lift the curse, sir. He wants to become a real proper man again before he allows himself to marry her. He wants to be presentable.
Oh, does he have problems? I mean, am I not going to get an heir? Does he need...
No,
I
think
hear
as
they
long
make
as he
pills
can,
for that.
I think as long as he can rectify the part where he's a ghost, I think that he'd be fine. He wants to lift that curse,
Yep.
sir. Not the other one.
Just lift
Not
the
one that
curse
we
and he'll be able
normally
to
run
erect as
into.
much as he needs.
Yeah, very
not-
good, very good.
not the
Because I
over
must have
45
heirs, of
curse.
course. I need to leave this fine port. Yes, port to my offspring. And yes. Very good. Go secure the dowry. Do we have a date
Not as
for the
such
wedding,
yet.
for the nuptials?
He needs to become a living, breathing man first. But for that, we need to get a crew together so he can go and defeat his enemy, I guess, is how he has to lift the curse. And then we'll be able to retrieve all the riches. He'll remember where they are,
Excuse
and then
me.
we can bring them back.
Picks up the bucket. Oh, too much lobster last night. That sounds expensive.
Well, I think he's willing to run it himself for the most part. And I think we can help pinch in a little bit to help
He does
try
have his
and
own ship.
draw some people in. He does have his own ship. He does have his own ship. He just needs somebody to help him crew it, and they'll get paid. So that's not an issue.
By who?
Well, I would assume him. That's who offered.
Oh,
us to
perfect,
help him.
perfect. Very good, very good. Make it happen. Give me a date when my daughter is to be married off. I'll make sure that
very
I
good,
make
sir.
an appearance.
And we'll take our leave and go find the
close
captain.
that curtain before you go, please. Too much light.
Oh, of course, sir. Of course.
Oh, and be
A little
dear,
kiss-
empty
little
this
kiss on the
bucket,
forehead.
please. The bucket's
Rest
a little,
easy.
little full. Just empty this bucket right out that window before you close it, please. There's a good chap. Oh, thank you. Yeah, you just dump it out the window and it just covers some poor passerby.
I dump it out the window, set it by his bed, give him a little kiss on the forehead. Sleep well, sir.
Very good.
You're welcome, passerby.
Is he?
Yeah.
Is he sick?
He's
Well,
hungover.
just vomiting from all the alcohol and food he ate last night.
There
all.
was
Oh.
As
quite
one
a
does.
party,
Yeah, there was a party. Okay, so you've been told to go make this happen. Acceptable.
All right. Shall we
Let's
go talk
find
to
us
the
a
captain?
crew.
Yeah.
So exactly, did you conspicuously walk into this pirate town carrying 2 chests full of gold and silver and another chest full of relics and gems?
I'm thinking we would have hid the gold and the relics and gems. And we would have maybe carried the silver in, and I'm thinking we use that to try and hire a crew.
Okay. Well, you make it back to
With
the
promise
inn.
of more. With promise of more.
All right, you make it back to the inn, and since the captain has said that they're setting sail in 2 days, most of the crew is collected here, trying to get back into the swing of things. There's a good 20 people that are your crewmates, and you come in with this chest laden down with silver.
Behold,
Gentlemen, and the rest of you. we have
He's
a
talking
proposal.
to you. He's not talking to me.
We have a bit of a proposal. We need some men.
No,
to
they're
help
married
us-
already.
Not that kind of proposal. I'm not ready to settle down as such. Although, talk to me in a couple of years. We do need a crew though, to go on a grand adventure. Lots of treasure, epic battle, and also for love.
I see
no
your
nobler
mouth
thing.
moving, but my eyes keep being drawn to this chest full of silver here.
This whole thing, this is nothing, except it's a giant chest of silver for whoever wants to come with us. And there's more where that came from.
When you say this, the crew kind of gathers around and throws the lid on the coffers and starts, running their hands through the large amount of silver coin. I said there's about 500 silver coins in here. It's a lot of coins.
that's right. Breathe it in, fellas.
Not
Indeed.
bad. This is this is more than an average size haul from the captain. I guess this buys you a crew. Whose ship are we using? There's one spokesman amongst the crew that seems to be talking. The rest of them still seem a little boozed out.
You
Yeah,
kind of
we'll
look up
pay-
over the horizon there. You see that castle?
Yeah. You see that ship there?
The forbidden castle that people go to and don't come back from, you mean?
Yeah,
Yeah,
we've been there a couple
twice.
times.
Some
Turns
people
out-
just drop the silver back in the chest and back up a little.
We're actually on
No, no,
pretty
no.
good terms with the fellow who owns the place. He wants to marry the governor's daughter, but he's got to go fly in his ghost ship, fight his nemesis, break a curse, and then give a whole bunch more treasure afterwards.
Seems a lot to go
Yeah.
through to be married. I don't reckon.
Well, he's getting married. We're getting rich.
Oh, well. Okay. Who's in,
Yes.
boys?
Make no mistake, this is firmly a business proposition, fellas.
As
Jeremy.
the good Lord said, you should prosper for your good work.
Since I tell you what, since you and Eddie are the ones talking here, why don't both of you go ahead and give me each of you give me a roll based on your what is the mental again per
Presents.
presence?
Presence?
Yes, presence as you're trying to convince this crew.
All right.
I'm not looking for a particular
17.
number. I just okay. So 17, Jeremy.
I'm clicking it, but it's not doing anything. Is
There
it
it
doing
goes.
it now, maybe?
Yep.
What'd you roll?
9.
Okay. All right. So you convince not only all 20 of the people working here, but a couple of the guys that are working the inn that are kind of just sweeping up the floor. It's like, I couldn't help but overhear that you're looking for a crew. You get 25 folks altogether.
Nice.
Pretty solid.
With us, that makes more than 25. I don't have that many
Makes a
fingers.
full crew.
Yeah, it's too many to count on your hand.
It is.
The spokesman for the rest of your crew says, "So this chest of silver here, is it for us?"
It is. Consider this a down payment.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. He sits down and he starts counting it out for his like. So everyone gets an equal share.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. Well, everybody gather around. One for you and one for me, and one for you and one for me, and one for you and one for me. And
Smart man.
yes,
He's got some cunning
so
business acumen. We'll watch him in the future.
they
Yes.
divvy it up because the men do have, some of them do have families that they want to make sure that some silver is left behind in case anything happens. When do we leave, Captain?
Soon as possible. By tonight, if you're ready.
Of course. What we're tonight, you say?
Well, okay. So if we can't, I mean, we want to go during the day. We don't want to travel to the castle at night. Let me be clear about that.
Okay. How's that ship going to sail?
You know,
Magic.
Baron didn't really say. He just said he needed a crew first
Magic.
before he could man the ship. So I assume some sort of ghost pirate magic.
Okay. Well, if it doesn't sail, we still got paid, right?
Right.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
Yep.
The bartender has been changing his sign as all this was going on. Grog was 1 copper. Grog is now 1 silver piece.
Oh no. This has been a noticeable
Tank
increase in the market.
economy.
That happens. Okay. You have a crew.
Yay.
Leave
How much
before
time is left in the
sundown.
day now? I assume.
Oh,
it's
you're in the
getting late.
afternoon. You got a few hours. You got a few hours, and you'll still be able to make it to the castle before sundown.
Ooh. How long does it take to get to the witch's shack?
To the witch's sack, not even an hour. Now that you know where to.
I mean, if we could persuade her, that might be somebody who'd be really useful to have in a supernatural fight.
It would mean going through the swamp again, though.
Never mind.
Yeah. Yeah.
Out of all the swamps
You-
I've been through,
Oh, wait. Weren't we supposed to bring her some supplies?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna shop for some supplies because I don't want to break that promise. I do want to bring her the
Okay.
stuff that she asked for.
So we keep your promise and then we double down while we're
And
there.
ask if she wants to join us. Yeah.
Mhm. Then we try and give her our magic wand so we can heal up from wounds like the captain.
Just like the captain.
Just
Just like
that.
Jesus taught me.
yeah, that's supernatural.
Okay. Tell you what, here's what we're going to do. Who wants to lead the group through the jungle? Who thinks they remember how to get to her hut the best? Because as I remember, right, you all kind of scattered and got lost, and that's how some of you found the hut, or how all of you.
I made
don't
it there
think I
okay.
was
I just had to
there
surf
yet,
some
so.
alligators.
You did. So who wants to lead? We're going to do it this way.
Not me. I don't even remember how I got there the first time.
I'll
Okay.
try and lead. I'll go.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
I'd say I didn't get there the first time because I wasn't here, I don't think, so. Lead on, brave rest of my new crew. lead on.
Okay. I want 2 rolls from you, Eddie, if you're in the lead. First of all, give me a presence roll, which is the smarts roll to figure out if you can kind of remember the way through. That's just knowing if you're if you're headed in the right direction. Fail this,
Whew,
and you're gonna be
20.
lost. All right,
Nice.
you nailed that. The next thing I want you to do is to, well, are you boldly marching through the swamp? Or are you trying to avoid dangers?
I'm trying to avoid it. Like I'm kind of nimbly moving about trying to avoid danger.
Okay.
I'm good at disabling traps and sneaking, so that's kind of my thought is don't disrupt anything unnecessarily.
Then you make me an agility test. To be able to make it through, this is going to be a 14. If you make it,
21.
All right, you guys get to you guys. He inerringly leads you there. Perhaps your hawk helps, as does the
Oh, yeah.
vampire parrot.
Eyes in the sky, right?
So you arrive. The gators in the swamp remember you, and they allow you to float on over to the witch's house, where she is currently making scones and brewing tea as you come in.
Oh, my. Well, we will bring her a care package for you, milady.
Oh, my goods. Oh, great. If you wouldn't mind just putting them in the cabinet there, just stash them in there, and would care for a scone and some tea. She has got she's got this like cook's apron on. She's got these mitts on. Looks very domestic for a swamp witch.
Is there anything I can help you with, ma'am?
Oh no, they're just cooling now. They'll be ready very soon.
Oh, all right.
The finest teas from the West Indies.
Ooh.
Here you go. Here you go.
Lovely.
Sugar. I have some sugar.
Yes, please.
Only tastes a little bit like blood.
Caffeine enhanced blood. Yeah.
We've been on a bit of adventure, ma'am.
Adventure.
We went to the castle twice and met the governor's daughter and met the baron, and he seems rather nice.
I haven't met him myself. I've heard stories though.
He's quite smitten with
is
her,
not part
and
of what
vice
I've
versa.
heard.
I think he's protective. I understand it. You know, love and all. So he's looking to crew a ship and lift his curse.
Oh, now curses I know a lot about. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so he believes that if he can somehow crew his ship and defeat his enemy in battle, that he'll be able to gain his memories and his form back and break the curse. So that's what we're going to do. We've got a crew, and we're going to help him because I'm a firm believer in love and a firmer believer in money, and he's got quite a bit, so he's paying us for that.
With money.
We brokered a
not
deal
love.
with money. Yes, not with love. I would take a little bit of each, but he's offered us mostly money.
No, you were like such a helpful and kind lady, and also clearly pretty, aware of curses and things of that nature. And we thought maybe we might beseech you for some aid.
Well, seeing as you come upon money, I as I keep telling people, I will take money. Money.
Well, there's plenty of money in it. Don't worry.
I can provide you with, I have some elixirs already made up, some that will make you healthy, some that will make you dead. I've got some that produce fire. I've got, there's a love potion. Let's put this one aside. Let's see here. I've got one that will, so she's willing to sell you potions. She's not willing to leave the swamp, though.
Okay.
Unless,
should definitely be. Unless
Eddie, I'm going to put this at a very high possibility. 14 is standard, but if you can make a rousing reason for her to leave the safety of her swamps and all the things that she cares for here, let's see, what is... Give me a second. So an 18 is nigh impossible, but I'll have you try and roll it.
Is this a
now? Anyone that wants to help by giving a good reason why she should leave the safety of her swamp, and she's very comfortable.
With the curse of that castle broken, it would ease a lot of the supernatural tension on this island, much less put a lot more money in your pocket, make it a lot less necessary for you to go traversing. Just give you a lot more freedom to be the independent, brilliant woman that you are.
Although the terrors of the island do make people seek me out for my potions, so that could go either way.
I'm just thinking how wonderful it would be to go on such a grand adventure.
Oh no, my mother did that, and it didn't end well for her. Jake.
Yeah. Also,
go ahead, Jake. Why don't you finish? You were talked over.
Oh no, I was just saying. Not to mention, you won't have to sell any potions to anybody once you get all the money you got coming to you.
I do like money. It buys nice things. I could use some new carpeting. I want some nice leather collars for all of my crocodiles out there because I lose track of who's who. Okay.
see,
That's a real challenge right there.
Between you and me, I don't want to make this awkward or nothing, but I think Beck is kind of sweet on you too. I think he'd just really enjoy a night out with you.
Oh, no, he's spoken for. And she nods again at the ghostly presence that no one else can see.
Hey,
Hmm?
could you tell
Oh,
me what?
she's not quite my type. She's kind of hard to hold.
Oh, it really doesn't matter. You're her type. Oh, dear,
Oh.
don't shake your head. We both know what this is.
I start blushing and kind of cover my face a little bit. We are in international waters, so I guess there isn't really an age difference problem there, but
One.
And with ghostly nuptials being a thing on this island,
whoa, I'm not sure I'm ready to settle down that far yet.
I was saying, darn near anything goes at this point, I think.
Chuck, did you have something?
Yeah, I want to ask her, like, hey, can you tell me what my little special green die does?
Oh,
Okay.
yeah, good question.
So I'm not supposed to roll anything, so unfortunately you're going to have to roll this. Make me a spirit check.
Okay. I remember how to.
I'm going to do it. You're going to make the roll, but I'm going to do it as if it was her difficulty. So you only have to make a 10.
Okay.
So you have, you know.
Okay. That's just a D20. It's how do
It's
you?
based on your what is it? Is it not spirit? Did I get that wrong?
No, there's a
no,
spirit. I
yeah.
just don't remember how to roll it.
just click on it.
Oh, you just click on it.
Yeah.
And then push the roll button afterwards. I think you have to do that, which is in the circle there.
Here,
So in the
well,
bottom,
There you
in the
go.
bottom left, if you just click spirit under abilities,
Oh,
it'll
you got
roll
it.
Sorry, that's my bad.
oh, bottom left. Okay, it's not on the character sheet.
No,
There, that's right. I got a 17. Well, 16 is what the die roll is.
Okay. So good and bad. You roll the die, and if you make 1 through 10, it will heal you. On an 11 through 20, it heals your foe.
Okay,
That's certainly a little bit on the mixed
Good
results.
to know
there,
the
yeah.
rules at least.
yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Actually, for that roll, just to move things along, for the lantern, when you light the candle, depending on how you move the candle, you could either produce 15 feet of darkness or 15 feet of light.
Oh, for the lantern?
Yeah.
That's kind
Oh,
of cool.
heck yeah. So here's the cool part about that. I have Sneaky Bastard, and that includes striking from the shadows. So I can make my own shadows.
Ooh, that's nice.
That's awesome.
I am the dark.
Yes.
I am the night.
Okay, so you're trying to convince her to go as well. I said that was going to be a very difficult roll. Eddie, you're going to make the roll. I will give you a +1. I mean, some of the cajoling from the other folks were okay, but not enough to really convince her. So just a +1 to your roll.
Okay,
This
and
is
just a
18
standard
nigh
presence.
impossible check. And this is based off your presence.
Presence. Okay. 19 without the +1.
Well,
Nice.
What the hell, man? You're on fire with your dice.
Good grief.
Nice.
You did mention a wedding would be soon in the offing. I haven't been to a good wedding in a while. I suppose I could
Oh,
go.
and this should be a doozy. I mean, he's a baron after all, and a ghost.
Let me just pack a few of my potions here, and let me make sure that scones. Anyone scones?
Oh, yes, please.
Can
Can we? Do you think pets would travel well? I do love.
Oh no,
eating
no,
them.
no! They really don't like traveling. I'm afraid.
Oh, that's too bad. Well, maybe when we get back.
But let me just pack a backpack here. My mother had an old adventuring set. She pulls out a backpack and starts loading it up with potions and such. And she gets a very, like a tri-corner hat that she puts on. This is my mom's traveling gear. Good old Ma.
Oh, you look right at home.
Yeah, that hat
It's
suits
shaking
you.
up nicely.
Well, let's go on an adventure, folks. I suppose.
Adventure.
I'm going on an adventure.
Okay, you have successfully recruited the Swamp Witch. Okay.
Awesome.
Right.
So, just because I want to get this next part done, let us say that you get the crew together, and you march off to the castle. And getting there just at dusk, as the castle comes alive with skeletons. And instead of the ghost of the Baron, his 8-foot-tall skeleton clad in gleaming gold conquistador armor is there to greet you. This is his physical form, what's left of
Oh.
it, that cannot be around during the day, but his spirit can. So he is inhabiting what is remaining of his physical form. And he is quite an imposing character in this. Veronique is just kind of the height differential is quite extreme. She's a little bit over 5 foot. He's 8 feet tall, and she's just got an arm over the lower part of his armor. It's like she's like, okay, dear, give me a kiss before you go out and wage war. Bends down and she kisses the side of his skull.
Very sweet.
You
now
have
here's
a
the
nice
problem.
time playing with the boys now.
Your crew has to make a morale check because they are going to be crewing with a bunch of undead.
Well, yeah, it's
Yeah.
cool, right? It's cool.
Yeah, this is a problem.
Totally cool.
Okay. If you want to give them an inspiring speech before
Yeah.
going in and being confronted by this, I will give them a bonus. Anyone want to give them a speech?
No.
Jeremy? you might be the
I
one to do this.
understand a lot of you have some reservations about this, but sometimes there's a reason you bring a holy man on board, and the reason for that is I can tell you, you got no reason to worry about none of this. You see, these are souls that are looking for redemption. Sometimes we do things in life that we want to make up for in death, and that's exactly what we're doing. We're helping these good souls. We're helping them find a better place. We are big goddamn heroes right now. These aren't scary skeletons. Hell no. These are brave pirates like yourselves that are finding their final adventure into the grand frontier. And you're part of that adventure. You should be proud.
Which means you'll be rich and you'll get in good with Jesus.
Yep.
Yeah.
Rich and Jesus loves you.
Jeremy, you go ahead and give me a roll. This is going to be based off. Go ahead. Sorry.
I want to also give Jeremy a blessed guidance and give him a D4 bonus on this as well.
Okay. So
Nice.
rolling your presence and then take an additional D4 to this, and that is going to be their morale number, which I'm going to have. We'll have Joe roll to see if it's going to break the morale or not. So let's see what the morale is first.
Okay. So I'll roll my presence first.
Mm-hmm.
So it's an 18 and then add a D4. I'm trying to figure out how to do the D4.
So if you hit that round skull-like thing in the middle there, the skull with a hat, it's going to bring up the dice.
Okay.
And then just click on the D4, and then click the arrow up in the round circle.
Oh, I see. I get it now.
All right, a 19. This should be easy. Joe, you're going to roll 2d6.
Okay. I think that's how you do it.
Okay.
34.
They don't break. They're not happy about crewing with a bunch of skeleton who, as you come into the fortress, they're all lining up and they are taking goods to the ship. They've got gangplanks worked out from one of those top levels to the top of the ship, the board of the ship, and they're rolling on like cannonballs, and they're rolling in powder kegs and stuff like that. As your crew comes in to see their captain, who's this 8-foot-tall conquistador skeleton in golden armor. But they do not break. They are firm. And the
Silver
Baron,
buys a lot of loyalty.
and the Baron looks at your men and says, yes, this looks like an able crew. Certainly more intelligent than the dead scum I have working for me. Go and take your places.
Noble dead scum.
Not really. Most of these people are ones that tried to loot my castle and they died here. I just brought them back as skeletons. The worst. The
Oh.
worst kind of scum. The kind of scum that failed.
Oh, well, I mean,
There you go.
general crew don't need to know that. We get them roused up and motivated.
Okay. Let's see. All right. If you guys will go ahead and click on the tile to show you the battle map on the sheet. Let's get that up here.
Naval warfare.
Yes.
Naval war.
Oh, shoot. Oh, that's not good. Hold on a second. This is the one I want, I think. Do I want the ocean? One of these. There it is. The ocean is the one I set it up on. All right. All right. How do I place this? Here, token. Token. Yes. Okay.
It's a boat.
Do I make this visible? How do I make this visible? Show. Yeah, there. You guys should see the boat there.
I see.
That's
the
your
boat.
vessel. The Sangreal. And then-
Yeah.
I see water.
It's kind of in the
And
top
a lot of water.
left.
Top left. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
Okay. And so once the ship has its crew aboard and all the accoutrements are brought on, including something that looks like a cannon made of bones is being loaded aboard as well. As dark falls, complete night falls, the ship, once its crew is aboard and the captain takes his place at the helm, rises off the spire with a creak and snapping of the boards beneath you as it tears itself away and floats into the sky.
Oh.
The
So there
best
is a
thing about this
gaping
ship is
hole.
that we've already crashed it, so I can't crash it again.
Yes, there is a gaping hole that goes right through, like the middle of the ship, out through the bottom. So being in water would be a problem, but thankfully you're sailing in the sky, so good. For
Nothing
you.
bad could happen.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And as the ship releases itself from its spire, there is a crack of lightning in the distance as a hazy ship begins to take on form in the very farthest that you can see in the night sky, and then quickly storm clouds start to usher in, and with the crack of further lightning bolts, it starts to rain as you see this ghostly man o' war manifest out in the sight line, and your captain points and says, "There she is!"
Yes.
Okay. Here we go. We're going to try the ship-to-ship combat in this now. So what happens with you guys is there are crew actions you can take. There are specific actions and there are character actions you can take, like casting spells or just doing cool stuff that you want to do on the side. The captain is basically responsible for piloting the vessel, and that's what he's going to be doing. Let me get to this section here real quick. We don't worry about wind because we are sailing the skies right now, and both vessels are technically ghost vessels.
The wind is with us?
Yeah, the wind is always with you in this case. All right, so here we go. Initiative is D6 plus ship agility. Go ahead and let's have... who do we want to do this? Let's have Jake roll a D6 for your side.
Good luck.
And the Sangreal has a agility of 1. It is a brigantine. So you're adding a
5
1 to
for
that.
my roll.
6, so you get
6
a 6
total.
total. All right, and the Man of War
Nice.
has an agility of -2 because it is a big lumbering ship. So let me get back to that. D6, boom. Oh, So they get a 4. You guys have a 5. So he is. You guys are going first, and he's going to start by just crewing his ship forward. As it just kind of floats through the air, gaining height as it goes. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Can you guys actually see the stats of your ship? I don't know if you can or not. If you click on it and see in view.
I can't seem to
No,
really
it doesn't
interact
appear
with
so.
it.
All right, let me see if I can give this to you guys as players. Let me see here.
I right-clicked it, and then it gave me view.
Yeah. So can you see it if
But-
you do that?
It doesn't show any stats.
Does not, yeah.
Oh, okay. Let me see if I can give you share. All right, try it now and see if you can see the view of it.
I think you had to hit those toggles that were on that share screen.
Let's try that again. Share. Everyone. Yeah. There you go. There we go. Try it now.
Okay, I see stats.
Okay.
I do.
There we go. So your broadsides. So you've got cannons that will that have a 45-degree arc off both sides of your ship. They do a D8 damage. You have small arms, are like your small movable cannons and guns, which can shoot any direction, but it does require a crew to do that, to move it about and do that. You have a special firearm aboard as well. It is the Morrow cannon. It's under special skills there. It has got a fairly limited range. It's mostly good for when you're broadsided or side to side, or you're about to board. It's good to
Like
soften
when
them
we're
up.
right up on them.
Yep. So you have 40 hit points. Your whole points is kind of like your armor. So a D4 you would roll whenever you take damage, and that removes the hit points that you take. Ships are scaled, so like a player, if you were to do damage on a ship, ships are scaled up by 5x. So you would only do 1 point of damage for every 5 that you actually do. Okay. So there we go for that. And the ship guns, cannons have a maximum range of a 12 hex range. So
We got a little ways to go.
yeah,
yet.
so he's going full steam ahead, which is only 4 hexes at a time. That is what the captain is doing. Now, crew actions. You guys can take actions if you wish, which include fire your broadsides or your cannons to the sides of the ship. Fire small arms, which would be your movable little cannons. You can up your sails to get a little bit more speed, going full sail. Let's see, drop anchor, weigh anchor. Basically, you can stop moving. You can repair. You can get your boarding party together. You can ram, or something else, which is use relics, rituals, inspire the crew, or just perform another action. Spells. Did I mention spells? Yeah, spells. Anyway,
There's a lot
is there
to
any
do
crew
this far
actions
out, yeah.
that you guys want to take? His crew is going to try and go full sail to get a little bit more movement.
That is also what I would say is full sail.
Okay, why don't you do it then? Because as he said, his crew is fairly incompetent.
Okay.
What is your agility?
Oh, it's my agility.
You will be
I was
leading
gonna say
the crew.
I have great agility.
I got a 0.
Okay.
So I can roll.
Well, if Eddie, if you want to get the crew together and do it, then it'll be your agility.
Sure, I can do it. Come on, lads, we got work to do.
All right.
Let's make it lean and
so
fast.
You're going to roll your agility, and you're going to add the ship's agility, and you're trying to make a DR 12. The ship's agility, I think, is only a 1.
I got 11 on my own.
All right, so let me see what they're... Yeah, so 12. You guys make it.
Nice.
All right.
So it can move an extra hex. I'm going to go ahead and move you an extra hex, but that's for each turn. So you'll be going 5 now instead of 4. You can have another crew action. You guys can take 2 crew actions. Anyone else want to do an action?
Want to ready some guns, guys?
How far away are we gonna be?
It is scaled on the map right now, so you're well
That's true.
outside of cannon range.
Having
Or,
the
maybe we
guns
just
ready.
need to.
So we're like
Yeah, our
36 away from them.
Mhm.
we can have them loaded and everything, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then next round, like I agree with getting the guns loaded. I can do a spell that calls a storm down on them that affects them but not us.
Ooh.
And they already have a weird thunderous storm going on, so they might not even notice me calling that down on them.
Yep. There's also sea
That's a good thought.
chanties that you guys can lead the crew into singing that give certain
Ah.
bonuses as well. Let's see what page is that
Okay,
on.
so we can kind of motivate
Okay.
them.
Let's see where the handout is. Let me see if I can show you the
It's
sea
page
chanties.
45.
Okay, well, we can do it that way. Oh, here it is. Yep, sea shanties. It is actually in the handouts as well, so you guys should be able to pull it up there. But here, I've thrown it on the screen. So if anybody wants to lead the crew into one of the sea shanties, you can do that as an action.
Ooh. There's Devil's Luck we can earn.
Mm-hmm.
What would we be rolling stat
You
wise?
just nothing.
For that
You
check?
just sing
Okay.
the chant, and you get the thing.
Ah, okay. Well, free's a good price.
Yeah.
Anything?
Let's-
You can only do one shanty, so choose the shanty that is going to help you out for this fight.
I would say
Ooh, it's for the
15
whole
men on a dead man's chest. Give us some devil's luck.
Do we want to wait for the sea shanty until we
wait.
have a better use? Because some of these are like put out fires on the ship and stuff like that. And I don't know if you guys have noticed, but we're not on the ocean. We're not on water right now. So burning may be a very bad thing.
All right,
Yeah,
well,
I mean,
you guys can all reference that when you need to if you don't want to do one
Mhm.
now. So it
Well, we
doesn't
could
sound-
still use our second thing to have guns readied. I think that's a
Yes.
good use for this first turn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We move faster, we get our guns ready so that
Okay. So their turn, 2, 3. They start floating through the sky, heading straight for you.
so they're all so magical.
Mm-hmm. So the beginning of your turn, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The captain steers a course straight for it as well, going a little bit faster now that you're at full sail. 2 crew actions if you care for any.
Yeah, I'm not-
So
I'm
if
not
we
sure
keep
need to do much of anything.
If we keep upping our speed,
Well, you can only do it once. I'm sorry, you can't.
Oh,
You can't
okay.
keep putting up more sails. So,
okay, that's answers my question.
All the sails that can be up are up.
Okay.
if you right-click on your ship and drag it, it shows you your distance. So 12 hexes is the furthest that your cannons will fire. Now you may have spells that are further than that, but that's cannon fire.
Wonder if it's possible to get our ship above their ship.
Yeah, of course.
If we got above their ship, we could light some powder kegs and drop it on them like bombs.
Mm-hmm.
Burning ship in the
Theoretically.
middle of the air with no water to put itself out. That ship's going down.
All right. Well, if you guys don't have anything specific to do, they're just going to...
Carry
I
on.
plan. Do you want me to catch us a storm now or wait till we're closer?
Well, what's the range on it?
I don't know. I think it's line of sight,
Line of
but
sight.
I don't.
Yep.
I mean, I could start it now. If I get lucky, I can call lightning. If I don't, it's just, they have nasty storm stuff that is
Or
interfering.
maybe it would be enough a distraction that they wouldn't necessarily pay attention to us getting up and over them because I
Yeah.
want to get higher.
Okay, I'll go ahead and do it now.
You want to
then.
have the high ground, as they might say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
we wanna take the
I'll
high
start
ground.
calling down a storm on them. If we get lucky, it does lightning. If it doesn't, at least maybe it distracts them to maybe not let them see immediately that we're raising up.
Sure. Go
Yeah,
ahead and make the roll.
'cause I'm
Lightning
thinking
will
that-
be important.
Okay.
I'm thinking that if we can get above them, their cannons may have difficulty aiming high enough. Ooh, that's a high roll.
I mean, we'll have a hard time aiming down also. but-
23.
Yeah, that's the thing is that your cannons are only going to be broadside. There is no. It's basically you've got to be on the same level. but dropping stuff down to the decks are different. 23. So read that off. What kind of lightning strikes do you get? And
I don't know.
It
This
should
system is
say,
very awkward to me.
okay, hold on. Let me get to it. It should say in the description of it.
I think the lightning strikes might only be on a crit. I don't know if it's. I've never actually had a thing where I could actually see the spell.
So you're the zealot, right? And that was control
Yeah.
weather?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay, so no, you did not crit. So no lightning. But you did succeed by 5 or more, though, so you can conjure or repel rain as well. Okay. All right, so no lightning because you didn't crit on it. And as you cast your spell and you get your heavenly powers, you notice though that the ship coming towards you is a little bit transparent and it doesn't seem to be affected by the weather at all. It does have the trait of being a ghost ship. Lightning
fair
would have
enough.
worked, but wind and rain are not doing anything to it.
Only a nat 20 would have worked, and I rolled a 19.
Yep.
Say
You got
la
devil's
vie.
luck. You could try again, but I don't think the chances. Yeah.
The odds are not very high in your
Not good
favor
on
of
it.
improving a 19.
But it was a good effort. Good
Yeah,
effort.
Yes.
it was the thought. It came darn close.
In which case they are going, unless someone else wants an action. no matter
Well, if
what.
nothing else, if you can still control the storm in an ongoing way, maybe you can use it as cover for us so they can't see us.
Yeah, that's the thing. That was the other idea. Is if nothing else, I create storm clouds that might obfuscate their view of us.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, there's still a
I will say
benefit,
that will give them a
potentially.
penalty to their cannon fire. Sure.
Boom.
So on your turn, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and on this 5th one, he's going to make a hex face turn. So he's going to try and go broadside as soon as possible there. Okay. Anything else you want to do? Your Swamp Witch is handing out potions to the crew that's going to be manning the cannons.
Ooh,
well,
what kind of potions
It's
is she
going to give them a
handing
bit of
them?
accuracy, +1 to their ability to
Oh,
fire
nice.
cannons.
Nice.
Thank gosh we have the Swamp Witch.
Yeah.
One of them says, "Ooh, minty."
I had a cocktail like this once.
So she's going to take a crew action to do that. Is anything you guys want to do?
Just keep waiting to close in.
1, 2,
Yep.
3. There we go. Back to your turn. He's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he's presenting his broadside to them so that cannon fire can happen. It's just a little out of range. All right.
Yeah, if we can get a little above them, we can also face down a little bit more with our cannons. Have an easier shot, hopefully.
So no crew actions on your side. He's going to go 1. And then he's going to... Can I not rotate this? There we go. Give me the rotation. And there we go. 2, 3. He's going to try and present his broadside too. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I think you are now in range. Yes! Okay, so for the crew actions, who's in charge of the cannoneers? I'm going to let you guys use the best of stats. So like if your stats better than the crew, we're going to use yours. If the crew's is better, we're going to use the crew's. But you're kind of someone take charge of them. I guess
What is
I'm trying to say.
cannoneering based off of?
It is
Yeah.
your distance.
Presence.
It's presence.
Presence. I've got a 2.
It's better than mine.
You go for it.
Much
Yeah.
better.
Yep, the crew is only going to have a 1. So if you want to make the roll, make it.
Okay. Well, I done prayed on this, and the Lord Jesus says you're all a bunch of dicks.
Actually, I take that back. Hold on. Let me see what the crew skill is. Crew skill is skill. They have no skill, so it's it's yours. All right, what'd you
16.
roll? 16. Okay. Go ahead and roll a d8.
Okay.
You successfully hit the target.
Trying to at least. And you can do it.
My stats are kind of trash.
So what'd you roll?
I got a 3.
2, 3. Okay.
Ugh.
So yeah, it
Is this
was damaged a little bit.
What can Devil's Luck be used on damage?
You can use Devil's Luck to actually improve the damage or re-roll the damage. Either one.
What does it do if you improve it?
Let me get the handout here real quick.
It just turns it to max damage.
There we go.
I will spend a Devil's Luck to turn that into 8.
Okay. So
Nice.
8 points of damage. All right.
Nice.
So as I was saying, Jesus says you're fucked.
I heard him.
He did it. He don't like you much. He doesn't like me much either. That's okay.
Okay. You do some damage to it. So that is one of your crew actions. Now you are also in range of your small arms fire. If somebody wants to take control of small arms fire.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what stat that is, but I'm happy to help.
It's presence. It is your range combat, and the crew has a skill of 0, so it would be yours.
I've got a plus
Is there
1,
anything
unless
that
somebody else has a
toughness
better.
benefits?
Say that again. Sorry.
Was there anything that toughness plays into in this?
Once you get to boarding, yes. Right now, no.
Okay.
Oh, actually, I forgot that your crew's also got a +1 from the Witch's Brew. So, yeah, you get a +1
Okay.
from that.
Does anybody have higher than a +1 in presence?
I've got a 0 in virtually everything.
I will take shooting then. I got a +1. That'll give us a +2, so we can do that.
Okay, so you're doing
All right.
you're in control of the firing of small arms. All right, go ahead.
All right.
DR is only 12. Ships are large objects, so easier to hit.
Do this.
That is a 17 before the extra +1.
Okay.
Okay, and it's a D4 damage for small arms.
Okay. Two.
Ooh, okay. Trying to make the trackers like visible to you guys, but I don't see.
So we got 8 and 2 on them. That's not too bad.
Okay.
Yeah, my idea would be to just kind of spiral around them, heading up higher and higher, so we're hopefully out of cannon range or out of the arc of where they can shoot.
Mhm.
But I don't
Well,
know how high up they can pivot.
Yeah, so they are kind of right now, because you're doing a broadsides firing. You've got to be on level with them, right? You cannot aim your cannons up.
Oh, I get. Yeah, that's
Right
true
on
because
them.
it's the sides of the ship.
Yep.
We would only be able to aim the deck cannons down, right?
Right. So they're going to move. So 1, 2, 3, and they're going to turn a facing here, so that they've got a. And they're going to fire upon you.
What if I told them no?
They have a crew. Let's see, skill of 2.
Clouds.
Boom. That's +2. Okay, they hit with a round of broadside fire on your ship as well. And these are spectral howling skulls that slam into the side of your ship. They do.
Well, that sounds fancy, and I don't like it. We're supposed to be fancy.
Okay, 4 hull points. I'll count them off on your guys' hit points. Actually, somebody roll your armor.
What do we roll for armor?
It's your. Okay, hold on. Let me get to the view here. So if you look at the stats on your sheet, it's a hull is a D4. So somebody roll the D4.
I can roll a d4, so that
Ooh,
way I can
that's how 4 pop up.
Oh, did somebody roll it?
No. Go ahead. And
No,
roll it.
that was the damage we took.
Yeah.
Oh,
Go ahead and
okay.
roll it.
My alchemy is sometimes strangely behind.
2.
2. So you guys take 2 points of hit point damage then.
Come on, baby, hold together.
Keep it together.
And for its next, oh no, I think you're still out of range. Yep, you're still a little out of range for the second thing they're going to do. All right, your turn. Your ship captain is going to do, let's see, 1, 2, 3, and then he's going to, I can rotate 3. Come on. 4, 5. And okay, so what do you crew actions want to be? So you can do broadsides firing, you can do other things. You get 2 actions.
Broadside fire first.
Okay, who's in charge of that? Who was in charge of that?
I think it was
I'll
Jeremy.
do that one. Yeah.
Okay.
And I would like to throw in my commune, my last use of my blessing spell to give you a D4 on this hit
Nice.
roll.
Ooh, nice.
Okay.
Okay.
So I'll roll mine, then we'll do a +4.
Okay, so
Or
you rolled
plus
a
D-
9 and
Eek.
plus 4.
Or plus D4, sorry.
Yeah. You need to get a 3. Actually, no, you need to get a 2 because you have +1 to firing because of the swamp
Okay.
witch.
Need a 2.
There you go. Oh no, 1. Oh, 1 off.
Devil's luck.
You
I'll
gotta spend the
re-roll it.
devil Rolex? Okay, go ahead.
I will.
Might as well, right?
Might as well. Okay, so basically I've got to re-roll my base roll.
No, you can just re-roll the D4 if you want, or you can re-roll the base roll. Your choice. One of them will stay though.
I'd re-roll the D4 because you only need 1 more than that.
That's true. I just need to
75%
know.
chance of success.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll do that. Good call. Don't roll it 1. Don't roll 1.
1! All right, your broadside cannons go off, but they go wide. The level's perhaps not right, and they just go above the ship. So that's one of your 2 crew actions. What's the second one? You can small arms, or you can do something else.
Can we just Well, we can't broadside again, can we?
No.
Okay. Yeah. Small
And-
arms.
I should have done the D20.
Okay. Presence, DR is only 11. I'll do it this way because you've got a +1 from the Swamp Witch.
Ooh, I'm gonna re-roll that.
Okay, so when you spend Devil's Luck, you draw a card.
Oh, that's right. I gotta draw a card. I gotta find cards. All my cards are packed.
Here, I'll draw a card for you, if you don't mind.
Thank you.
All right, you got your character sheet up so you know what the cards do?
I've got my
I
character
can get
sheet
there.
up. Does it tell me on here? I don't think it tells me.
Yeah,
on here.
it's in the picture of the cards. Here, let me get to it. Okay, so Devil's Luck. Here we go. We're drawing you a card. Boom. You have a king. So 9 or plus regain a luck. So there you go. You spend a luck and you gain a luck.
Okay.
So it costs you
So
nothing.
So I spent a luck, and I still re-roll?
Yeah, you get the reroll. You just end
Oh,
up
okay,
not spending the Devil's Luck is what it comes down to.
Nice. That is a 7.
Hey, your firing is just well off. Perhaps because the captain was taking your suggestion to try and get above the other ship, and it's just not going well.
It's not a lucky round for us.
All
This
right,
is starting
so
to feel like our other game where the dice are just not ours.
Yeah.
1, 2.
Well, if
Did
we
you
can
need
close in
anything
and
but
get
a
above them,
1?
guys.
Here's another 1.
If we just get above them, we can we can rain fire down on them like nobody's business. And potions. Oh, potion bombs. What about that?
Anything's possible, I suppose.
Ignore that. That didn't work right. I'm trying to figure out how to add a modifier to the roll. I don't see how to do that. So it's just a +2 to the roll. 18 is definitely going to hit. Somebody roll your armor as another D8 are coming at you. So D4 for the armor, whoever wants to roll it, and they're going to do 3 points of damage to your hit points.
Who had that?
I think Dan,
I can roll it again if we want.
Yep.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yes.
I didn't know if we wanted me to
You
do it
keep
every
that-
time.
You keep that position, so go ahead.
Yeah.
Yay! I can do bad at this too.
So you take 2 points of damage.
I used up all of our good rolls.
Okay, on its second, are you within range? You are within range now.
Are we
No,
still
no,
within
you're-
the thunderstorm for making it hard to see us?
Yep, I've been giving them a modifier, so it's
Awesome.
been
And
harder
it's
for them to get you,
not
but they've been rolling
helping.
really high. All
Yeah.
right, so their second action is something else going on. You don't know what. It's your turn now, and let's see. He's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And he asks, should we keep firing, or do you want to get into a boarding position?
Ooh.
The captain asks.
I say
I
we
feel
get
like
into
Can we
it.
fire
Like,
first and then get into boarding?
No, well, he can. So your ship's much faster than theirs, so you can basically just keep circling them and firing. But they have a much sturdier craft than you, so it's an attrition thing. Can you do enough damage before they do, or do you want to just
Yeah.
get in close and get the boarding parties going?
Let's do it.
Right now, right
Yeah,
now it's
let's
not
go
looking
for
in
it.
our favor
Let's
to
go.
outgun them. So
Okay.
Drink some liquid courage and go for it.
That's what he's going to try and do. But you've got 2 crew actions this round. What do you want to do? You can broadside. You can do casting spells. You're fairly close now. You're within 3.
Do you want to try broadside one more time as we close in?
I mean, if shooting them
Yeah.
is basically free, we might
Yeah,
as well.
No reason
right?
not to. Okay,
Yeah.
try and shoot him.
Okay, you got a +1 to the roll. You need a 12. You got a 12.
Got a 12.
All right, you rolled a d8.
Okay,
They have no
All right.
armor, but they have a lot of hit points.
come on now. D8. Give me a good roll. Sorry, how come he's super slow for me for some reason?
4.
4. Okay, you do that damage. You can also do your small guns if you want. And I think, Eddie, you're in charge of that.
Yeah, I'll give it another shot here. Come on, lads. Aim true. Nat 20.
They end
20.
true.
Yay!
Okay, so you do max damage, which is a 4. I don't think there's anything else that you can do on that. Don't think so. Yeah, unless you've got a special ability that goes on a crit. It just does maximum damage. But it hits. Good
No.
flurry.
Right.
Okay. Their turn. They're going to continue to attack. 1, 2, 3. And they're going to unleash their broadsides. They miss.
Hey.
However, their sorcerer on board cast a spell now that you are within 5. Okay, your crew,
Bitch.
your crew, and you need to resist on this. Your crew has no bonus points. You guys are going to resist with a spirit roll, please.
I got a 12.
Do we each roll, or is it?
Each of you roll. Yeah. And I'm
Oh,
gonna
each of
roll
us rolls.
for
Okay.
you.
Spirit.
Ooh, I got a 20.
Ooh, that's not good. Okay, if you got a 12 or better, there is a ball of ghostly fire that's hurled aboard your ship. and it catches on the rigging, it catches on the boards, but it doesn't burn. What it does, however, is put a tremendous amount of fright into those that are susceptible to it. And in this case, unfortunately, all the crew, except for the skeletal ones, and did all of you guys roll at least a 12?
I did.
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah, I think so.
The rest
In
of
a
your
surprise
human
turn of
crew
events.
leap from the ship, which would normally be leaping into safe water, as they are
Could we
frightened
spend one of
that
our
they're-
ship's devil's luck to re-roll that? for
You
them?
can. You want to do that?
I think so.
I feel
Hell
like
yeah.
not losing our entire crew is probably an advantage to
You would
us.
still have the skeleton crew, but they are actually
Yeah.
at negatives to do most things. Oh, still bad.
Oh.
Your human crew ditch, trying to get the flames off of them as they're terrified they will be burned to death at sea. And of course, they go screaming into the air, falling and dying below.
Well, I guess we'll pick
You're
up our
left with the
silver and
skeleton
gold.
crew and yourselves, which is... Hold on, let me check something real quick. I think it's just enough for your ship to continue to function. You have to have a crew of 15. Yes, with all of you there and the skeleton crew, there are enough crew members to keep the ship moving. It is your turn, and you guys said you wanted to do the boarding action?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, so here we go.
Yes.
He's going to do a hex change and then go 1, 2, 3.
We probably would have been better off if we got it done just a little sooner.
So I'm going to take a crew action for your bone cannon to discharge before you guys go on, because that's going to be used to soften things up on their side. Let's see. Somebody roll a d6 for me. Joe, you haven't been doing a lot. Roll a d6.
Yeah.
If it rolls a 6, it's going to do a lot more damage.
Okay.
I'm gonna run and grab my water real quick.
Nope.
4.
Okay, roll a d8 for me.
Okay.
Okay.
3.
The bone cannon launches a huge amount of shrapnel all over the deck, which takes its toll by taking out several of their men before you launch. Okay, now so boarding is an action to successfully board. And you see that there's probably, well, they're all undead. Let's start with that. They're all skeleton warriors and a couple of hulking skeletons. The captain himself is a skeleton. The only one that's not a skeleton that looks like his first mate, which is a sorceress of some kind. Looks like some form of undead, but not a skeleton. There's still flesh attached. Okay, so actually, there's not a roll. So you just if the ships are touching, you may board and attack, and we're switching to melee combat. So you guys all
Fortunately, I think
board. The captain has to stay at the wheel to keep you guys basically attached, and he's got to have a few skeletons left behind. So it's you guys and your skeleton contingent. I'll say 10 skeletons. It's you guys and 10 versus their what was a 50-man crew. Cut down, so you cut down about 10 of them. So it's a 40-man crew, their captain, and their sorcerer.
Oh boy.
Yep, they're mooks. You can do lots of things to take out large swaths of mooks. So we're in melee now. So we are going to do initiative. I'm just going to do the little tabby thing here, and boom. So let's see. Ooh, they actually act before you. Okay. Actually, no, that's not how that works. Initiative 1, 6, 6, 5. So Flynn, Beck, actually, basically everybody except for Juan goes before they do.
I don't know if this will come into play for this, but I do have military mastermind.
Mm-hmm.
When combat starts, I can test presence with a DR10 to take a surprise attack round against the enemy.
Sure. Go ahead.
Nice.
Roll.
also
If you
have
make it,
the
you'll
same
get 2
thing.
attacks before they can do anything.
Ooh.
All right.
I also have that same trait. I almost forgot about it.
That's
Well, give it a shot then.
Hmm.
Dang.
the dice are unkind.
Well,
Yep.
so
Do
much
you
for
have any
that.
devil's luck left?
I do not.
Oh, okay.
Where is the devil's luck on my sheet?
Okay,
Oh,
so
I have 1 point, so I'm saving it for
you guys,
something more
so
valuable.
the rest of you do go first. So anyone who wants to take their action, let me know what you want to do. Also, if you want the crew, because the crew also goes before they do. What happens with the crew is when they do damage, instead of it being damage, they just eliminate that many of the other crew.
Ooh.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so if you want your crew to go, one of you can roll for the crew.
Wonder if now's a good time for a sea shanty, if that might help our skeleton crew.
It still will, yeah.
Yeah.
Does somebody want to take an action to do the shanty?
We could raise the ship's morale by 2. Well, I don't know.
They're
that
not going to
that
break.
works.
They're undead, so they won't break.
Yeah. The ship recovers D2%. Roll changing. Ship was +2. Do you already hit? Oh, we could do one. Well, that's the ship crew skill, though. I don't know that will.
Well, their crew
That's
skill is
for crew.
0, so if it gives them any
Yeah.
better skill, that's going to help.
Yeah.
Well, this is just lowering one ship's crew skill, so I think that would be used against the other
Yeah,
crew.
which would help because their crew is better than your crew.
Do we
Quite a
want to do
lot.
that one? Raise it by -4, or lower it by -4 for the enemy.
That seems like a good idea.
All
Yeah.
right, drunken
Fine.
sailor
Yes.
number 6 is
Okay.
lower their ship's crew by 4
You
for D6
start
rounds. Sweet.
singing. Yeah, go ahead and roll the d6 for see how many rounds. They have a
Okay.
skill of 2, so this will make it a -2 to their rolls for how many
Nice.
rounds?
3 rounds.
For 3 rounds.
Okay.
Okay, so starting this round, they're at -2s. So that was your action then. Everybody except for Juan can go before they go. And your men can go before they go. So just tell me how you want to do it.
I mean, it'll take forever to reload, but I have at least a shot in a musket. Why not shoot the sorceress? If
She's
that's
undead.
viable.
Actually, I was gonna let's see. Your character might actually know this. Why don't you make me? I'm gonna ask you to make me a roll just to see if you know a particular bit of information. Okay.
Okay.
Why don't you give me? Let me get to it here. Oh, where is it? Presence is always your smart. So, yeah, give me a presence check. You need a 14.
Okay.
No special information.
Hmm.
Okay.
So slow.
So you want to target their magic user?
It seems like the thing to do.
Mm-hmm. It does.
If you only have one shot loaded, shoot the magic user.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So ranged, it's a presence attack, DR 12.
Okay, I'll click musket. I think that
I
does
blame their magic user for the problems that we're having anyways, so.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to do it because I had it listed under actions. I'm not sure if it's.
Yeah, attack 9 is going to miss, though, damage 4, unless
Uh-huh.
you've got any special ability with your gun to hit on something
No.
better. Okay. Do you have any devil's luck left?
No, I don't. I wasted it on that D4 roll.
Okay. Who wants next?
I'll shoot with what were their names again? Lucille and Cordelia. I'll take a couple of pot shots at the sorceress.
Sure.
Shot number 1. Dang. Shot number 2.
That'll hit.
That's fine.
There we go.
They do have arcane shield, which is their armor. So let me roll the armor. We're going to go just a little bit late tonight, guys, but I think we can finish this. So they take 4 points of damage. You rock their sorceress, doing some damage. She doesn't bleed, though, so she must be undead like the rest of the crew. But there is a blaze of intelligence in her eyes, which is not present in the rest of the crew, other than the captain, who is, again, keeping the vessel straight. So he is otherwise engaged. Next, or your crew can go, either one.
I might just also shoot her while we're busy shooting her.
Okay. Sounds
Just a
good.
volley of shots.
Mm-hmm.
Blah, blah, blah,
Or,
blah,
you
blah,
know,
blah.
Yep.
Or not.
They're up on like this this deck that's a little bit above the deck where everyone's on. So you've got a great shot.
Oh,
14 hits. Okay, arcane shield. She'll absorb some of this.
Dang.
3, 8. She goes down as your shot smashes her skull, and that arcane energy that was filling her eye sockets just kind of bleeds out into the air.
Nice.
Yay!
Hot diggity daffodil.
One important NPC enemy down.
Yes. Here, the crew is going to go. The crew wants to get in the mix. We're just going to roll a d20. They have 0 skill. 18. Hey, look at that.
Oh Lord!
Hell of a
Nice.
roll.
Okay.
Good work, crew.
They only kill one of the other crew members, though. That whole ball.
They're very enthusiastic about it.
Yeah. Okay. Anyone
Well,
else?
they
Did every-
tried.
actually, who didn't go? I don't think Joe went.
I haven't done anything yet.
Yeah.
Joe, bring on the brew.
Juan will go after them, but Joe goes first.
All right, and we're boarding.
You are boarded.
You're already on.
You're already on their ship.
Okay, cool. Yep, I'm gonna run up on whoever I can swing my mast into.
Yeah, you can just get into the melee. Like I said, they had 50 crew, so you can just jump in there and start swinging.
Oh yeah.
Ooh,
Natural
nat
20.
Oh
Here's what I'm
my
going to do.
God.
Instead of you doing 6 damage on a natural 20, you kill 6 of their skeleton crew.
You just swing them.
Just a
Nice.
through
swing that
multiple-
just decapitates the heads and they fall to the ground.
I love it.
Amazing.
All right.
Can't believe it.
Now their crew goes, and what I'm going to do is their crew is going to basically attack your crew to see who can deplete first, but they're at a -2 right now. Oh, so yeah, they are not able to do anything. See, the captain is going to take an action to basically lash the wheel down so that he can get off the wheel and jump into the fray. That'll take an action. And now Juan can go.
I was just going to hop in with my boarding axe.
Okay, yeah, just get
Start
melee there.
swinging.
Just start swinging. So what I'm going to do is if you do enough damage to kill one, I'm just going to put it into the next one. If you roll a crit, the damage is the number that you just slay. All right, just 1 point of damage. So yeah, you damage one of the crew that you jump into.
Okay.
Nothing else special going on there. So this will be round 2 of the special effect that makes them less useful. So let's have your crew just go ahead and roll to get this out of the way here. Boom. Your crew doesn't do well this round. They're basically keeping the tide at bay. Anyone that wants an action, go ahead and take your action.
They're just stomping that one guy over and over again.
Yeah.
Is there
That-
we're on the deck of their ship, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is there an opening into a lower hold where they would keep their powder?
Powder is on the top. It's well, no, you're right. It would be. Yeah, you can go. You can do that. You can go and get below the deck level to the hold.
That's where I'm gonna head because I'm gonna blow this thing.
Right. I'm going to have you make me a roll just to see if you can avoid everyone to get down there. So go ahead and make your agility test. 14 is an average test
Okay.
with as many people as
Oop.
about.
This is 16.
There you go. You successfully get to the second hold. All of their members are up top fighting. So yes, you see the powder packets. You see the cannonball. All that down here. And while spectral,
yeah.
they still feel very physical to you.
I'm gonna arrange
Okay.
all that in a nice, neat pile with a little line of powder heading to a candle or something that I'll set down on the deck right next to the powder.
Keep in mind that the only thing explosive is the powder itself. The cannonballs are not explosive. So you're basically
Right. I'm just
lighting
making a
the
big.
powder.
I'm just taking like all the things of powder, putting them in a big pile, and then just piling all the balls around it. I'm just
sure
making
you're going to make a
a
shrapnel bomb.
shrapnel bomb. Yeah.
Yeah, going from the outside in, indiscriminate, mind you, indiscriminate.
Yeah. I'm hoping to grab everybody and head the heck out of here.
All right. So your swamp witch is going to do something, and I want someone to roll from the swamp witch. Let's have Jake do this. Jake, roll me a
Uh-oh.
d20 plus 4.
Ooh, dang. And it's only 11.
An 11 with the plus 4.
Yeah.
Okay, so storm clouds start to surround this vessel, and there's like little plays of lightning in the air. Crackles of lightning shoot down on the deck, but it misses everyone. She's calling lightning, but did not roll well enough to actually strike targets. All right, everyone else can go except for Juan. So Beck's already gone. Anyone else?
I've got Flintlock Master, so I can reload a pistol for 1 round.
Okay.
I'm going to reload a pistol and then give it to Flint.
Okay. Flint, you're handed a pistol.
All right. Well, who's our favorite target now? Because it's either the mooks or the captain, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the captain seems to be the one keeping the ship together.
Yeah. I'll shoot at the captain.
Okay. Go for it.
Let me double check if I have anything interesting going on here, but I don't think I do. No, I don't think I do. Ooh. I'll take it. 18 to hit and 4 damage.
4 damage, huh? All right, Captain does have a little bit of armor.
So anyways, I started blasting.
Nice.
Okay, yeah, you do a little bit of damage to the captain. Not enough to do anything permanent, but you do a little damage to the captain. Anyone else? So that was 3 of you that have gone.
I want to swing again.
Yes.
Go for it, Joe.
Bring the big gun.
I don't know if that rolled right. Or did that roll right? Yeah. I miss.
Yep, it's a miss. Yeah, you get into the fray. You do probably cut a few things, but not doing any real harm to anyone. Their crew goes first.
Sweet.
And they're still -2. This is the second round of, 3 rounds? 4 rounds. How many rounds was it there, Eddie? Ooh.
I think this is the end of we're still in the second.
Yeah. So they cut
On
down
board.
3 of your skeletons. You only had 10 board with you. So you've got 7 men left.
Okay.
Ugh. And then once all your men are gone, their crew will start cutting down you guys.
Okay. So anybody who's left
Yeah.
on our side, we need to go now.
Hold on. The captain is going to do something. As he jumps into the fray, he is going to go into melee with 4. Let's see. Who do I want that to be? We'll do as I say. 1, 2, 3, 4. Joe drops in front of Plankbeard, swinging his cutlass at you.
Oh boy.
So go ahead and defend.
Defense dice roll. Don't hurt me.
Okay, you're good.
17.
Yeah. So you are in melee with the captain himself, which is just important if anybody's trying to shoot at him. You are in melee with him.
I
That
can
was too
take
young to
it.
die.
I can take it. I got 20 health.
Juan,
Good God.
Dang.
Yeah. I think I'm going to pull my musket and I want to try and shoot that captain in the face
Okay.
with the musket.
Okay.
You got it. You got this.
That's a bad miss, and you might end up hitting Joe. Do you want to devil's luck
I want to
that?
devil luck that. Yeah.
Okay.
Whew.
It's a max damage.
All right.
You
Yeah.
shoot him through Joe's head, blinding
Oh, God.
him successfully.
All right. Here it is with the devil's luck.
No,
Hey,
better.
13?
It still misses by 1.
Oh, sorry,
Yep.
Joe.
Yep. So yeah, it's a miss. So make that roll one more time. Yeah, it misses everybody. Just a clean
Okay.
miss. Clean miss. So we're back at the top. I'm just going to
Did-
have your crew go.
If somebody didn't get to go, can we go now?
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. If I missed you, go for it. Go ahead.
Yeah, I will join the fray and the captain as well with
So
a
you're going to enter the melee?
broadsword.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's two of you, 2-on-1 right now. So I'm going to say you only need a 13 to hit.
Okay. Let's see if we have any luck here. Sorry, alchemy's always.
Nope. A 12
12.
attack, 3 damage.
It takes so long for me to see what happens. All I hear is you guys responding that it was bad.
Oh. I think it works best under Chrome style browsers.
Yeah.
I think. All right.
I
Okay.
think I'm running it on Explorer, maybe.
Here's
I
your
got a
crew.
12. Of course, I would get a 12.
Yeah.
That's
Your
Fine.
crew basically just keeps them at bay. They're not able to make any headroom at all. So any of you that want to go, we got 2 of you in melee with this the captain right now. If you guys want to go, or actually,
I'll come running back up to the deck
Right.
because I lit a candle attached to a long trail of gunpowder that heads to effectively a shrapnel bomb in the bottom of their ship.
so you said long trail. Pick a die: D4, D6, D8, D10. This is a countdown. I'm gonna have you roll it.
I'm gonna
because You're
go-
not exactly sure.
Let's go D6.
Roll a D6. So from the time you lit it, which was last round, roll a D6. That's when it's going to go off. It goes off.
Hey guys, boom!
You don't actually clear the stairwell, so I want you to save against that. If you make the save, then you are going to pull yourself out, agility, before it goes off. If not, you're still down there when it goes off.
15.
15, you make it up the stairs and you say, "Hey guys!" As boom, there's this huge, yeah. Let's see.
I did a thing.
Yay, we did it.
Roll me 10 D10.
oh Jesus.
All right, hold on.
Well, it was nice knowing y'all.
You can just type in as well. I just rolled 10 D10 myself, but yeah, you go right ahead. There you go.
48.
48. Okay, that is more hull points than this thing had left. It destroys the ship as it starts heading towards the ground. Now, I want all of you guys, because this was a very random cannonballs flying everywhere, I want everybody to make that agility save. This is including your swamp witch, which I'll roll for her.
Do I need to re-roll again, or have I
You
already?
do not. You hit the deck just as it was happening.
And what do we need to beat for this?
A 12. You've
Oh,
got
I
one
guess-
deck between you and the ball, so we'll say 12.
I feel like this is a good opportunity to use my one devil's luck.
The reason you saved it, yeah.
Fuck you, dice.
If you fail,
Just
you're going to
utter
be hit
garbage.
by a
Oh.
cannonball.
I went from a 10 to an 11.
God.
All right, let me see.
Well,
That's all right.
All right, so who failed? So it sounds like you failed there.
I think we all failed.
I passed.
No, one,
This is
no.
agility.
one passed.
All right, well, I
It's an
tell you what,
agility
why doesn't
test, mine
everybody
didn't
roll a
roll.
D8? And that's how much damage you take. No amount of armor will protect you against the cannonball.
Okay.
now watch me roll maxed on this D8 here. Almost. I got a 7. Oh no.
Oh my God.
All right, just going down from
no.
the top. How much damage did Juan take? Or did
I-
Juan pass?
I passed the agility test.
All right, you are not hit by a cannonball. You are fine.
I'm still
Next one
trying
down,
to click
Flint.
it. Alchemy's super slow.
I failed by 1 and I took 7 damage.
Are you still up?
I am still up by 2.
Wow.
I had 9 HP.
Took a cheek
Oh,
off.
Your swamp witch is hit 2. She took 6 points of damage, but she's still alive. So Flynn, who's next? Beck.
Hopefully this was the excitement
I-
she was looking for. Leaving
Did
the
I
swamp.
have? Did I need to re-roll,
You
or
did
was
not.
my?
Plankbeard.
Okay.
I took 4.
Okay, you're still up. Rogers.
I don't know. I'm still waiting for it to. Why is
Oh my
it? How did it
gosh.
get 9 on a D8? That doesn't make sense.
Oh yeah, it rolled 2
You
You
rolled
d8s.
2d8.
You rolled two of them. Yeah.
So you rolled a
So,
3 and a 6.
so
So do
do
you
I
want
take
to?
the
Can you
3?
just
Take
take
the
the
3.
first one?
It was the
3?
first one. Take the
Okay.
3.
Okay.
And then the captain himself is going to take, or he failed, so he's going to take a D8 as well.
7 for
Oh,
him.
the captain dies. Okay, so the captain takes a cannonball right through his torso, and with the death of the
imagine-
captain, the ship was already destroyed. It's falling, but now it starts to fade.
Oh, we
Oh.
gotta run,
So your captain,
guys! It's
is
Mario,
going
and the
to-
platform is falling.
Your captain is going to try and maneuver his ship, which unfortunately seems to be turning. So it was very ghostly as well, but although still, still physically, it was like a wreck, but it was still,
Oh no.
Because we've
he
accomplished the mission.
is turned human again. He's trying to manipulate the ship to catch you guys as your ship kind of disappears. Okay, here we go.
Oh
He
boy.
fails. He does have devil's luck, and you did him a solid.
I was gonna ask if he has that.
He will use his one devil's luck.
Oh, please, Captain.
Yes, please.
Oh no!
Oh, my
he is
God.
not able to maneuver his ship underneath the Ketchu as you all free fall, heading to the land below. There's one more chance. The Swamp Witch is going to try and do something to help you. Okay. She starts hurling potions after you. I want each of you to make me an agility check to grab it.
Oh God!
13.
You only need a
Maybe.
12. It looks like everybody except for Juan was able to catch
Yeah.
it. Is that correct?
I got a 4.
Those of you that
Yeah.
catch it, she yells out, "Drink it!"
I will.
Hug that thing.
All right. So those of you that catch it and you start chugging it, you
Who
start
failed?
slowing.
did.
You're still free falling, but
Can-
the speed's slowed as you're going down. So Juan
Can I
continues
make-
to cannonball through you. Yes, somebody can try and grab him.
Yeah, I wanted to do that. I want to wait to drink mine and grab Juan.
Okay. It
And then
will be
drink
an
it
agility
as-
check on your behalf. If you make it, you will catch him. You miss him.
I'm gonna devil's luck that.
You got devil's luck.
You
Yeah.
can devil's luck it if you've got it.
I do. I've got one left.
Oh
Okay.
God!
Now here's the thing.
14.
You take it, and while it does slow your fall, not nearly as slow as everyone else because of the extra weight, but it is still
that's fine.
survivable. You're going to take some
Okay.
damage when you guys eventually hit the waters below. Your ship moved out, so you're all over water. Those of you that successfully drink everything, you come to like a nice gentle, and you fall into the water. You see the Sangreal is kind of coming down and it's becoming more solid, like its holes are filling in, its sails are billowing as it actually starts to catch air. It's becoming more real as it's heading towards the ocean as well in a controlled fall. All right, so I want, let's have Plankbeard and Juan. Each of you are going to take a D8 in damage from the belly flop that you're going to do as you hit the ocean fairly hard. But
Yeah.
survival.
You're supposed to belly flop,
Cannonball!
right? Because you spread the
It's-
damage out evenly.
Ah, God.
That's the way it works, yeah.
Juan seems to be fine with 2 points.
I took 2. I'm good.
Plankbeard,
Took 5.
you still
I'm
up?
good.
You're still up.
Yep.
Okay, you
Oh,
guys
yeah.
hit hard. But otherwise,
I imagine
you're
all of
okay.
us landing soft, and then like a few seconds later, just
All right.
whoosh.
Now, the question is, can the Baron successfully do this? He's got a +4. Oh, okay. His ship hits hard. Let's see if it destroys the ship or not.
God, if he dies too, then everything's for nothing.
Now he survives. We're just left adrift at sea, holding on to planks.
10 points of hull damage. No, you did not take enough damage for that to break the ship. Prior
Sweet.
damage. So let's see, what does that put him at?
His
My
airbags.
masterful
Okay.
plan pays off.
So the ship hits hard, but it catches the air. It seems like time and age reverses itself as this becomes a top of the line Spanish galleon now, and he is back to his full glory. He's a man in his 30s, still very tall man, wearing this burnished gold suit. He's got this very luxurious facial hair as he pulls out his sword, and he salutes all of you. All of his crew, though, is dead because they were all skeletons. So there's he starts throwing ropes overboard. He was trying to command people to do that, but there's no one to command.
Oh yeah, they're all gone.
all of the crew is dead except for us.
Yeah,
They
all
get
of
their
your
flesh
other crew
back,
is
but
dead.
they don't come back to life.
That's true. If
There's
their
just
bodies
cadavers
wash
on the
ashore
deck.
of the island, they'll come back as undead.
Well,
So you guys are all
That's-
brought aboard this Spanish vessel, and he looks to all of you and he says, "You are my new crew. We set sail to go and get my treasure. And I'll be back now. Come back, and I will take the hand of Veronique. I will marry her, and I will become the Baron of the island."
Oh, so beautiful.
And so becomes your career aboard the Baron's ship as you go and seek out his treasures, so that they might come back with enough of a dowry
Fantastic.
to get the hand of Veronique. So there we go.
Holy crap, we actually did it.
Yeah.
Despite
Although if
ourselves.
somebody
Diplomatic
died,
pirates
Juan
we
could have been
were.
brought back with an undead with all of his brains intact.
Yeah.
I think
So this
Juan
makes the
would be
fifth
good
ship
fun.
that's gone down while I've been on it. So
Yeah. All right, so we ran over, but there we go. You guys completed it. We had a
We
ship-to-ship
did it.
battle. The
Yay.
Baron's human again. He remembers where all of his loot is, and it is substantial. He just has to go and find
Yeah.
it.
hooray! Substantial loot is my favorite kind.
And you just,
Love
successfully killed
wins.
25 pirates, so, that's got to be worth something in the celestial count of doing good, I guess.
Yeah.
Ghost
Yeah.
pirate.
How
We
many of
have
the
ghost
pirates of our own
pirates.
crew did we kill?
Well, I mean, yeah, all 25.
I mean, they're
of them.
pirates too, right? So it still counts.
There is that. All right, let's do our going out here. And before I forget, let's drop that banner in there. Backskin City.
Yeah.
This is Kickstarter. That's got less than a week left. What, 5 days left, Chuck? And you're close. You're very close.
We're close. We got 5 days to go. We're 83% funded. So yeah. Go back it.
Yay!
Be a skeleton.
Yes, there's that.
Sneaky
Anybody else
skeleton.
got anything they want to throw out there?
Oh, good.
Just thank you for running this, Bert. This was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
fun.
great.
If you ever
For
come
sure.
back to it, we will pick up with the adventures of you going and getting treasure back.
Hell yeah.
Yay!
We can always do it as a side game if another game falls through or something like that. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So if you guys found us, you know where we are. But go to Blue Magic, BLUMAGIK.com. Almost 17 years now of silly games like this in podcast form, as well as all of our social media links. So check that out. Otherwise, say goodnight, everybody.
Good night.
Good night,
everybody.
everybody.